4. Today is already, it's crazy to think, it is already the week before Thanksgiving. It is November 19th. I don't know where November has gone or how we got to the 19th, but it is here. And that is why today our topic is just to strategize together and just show you how I create a plan going into this holiday month, the holiday season, because I'm sure you've heard already over and over and over again from the entire Beachbody Network how hard December is and how hard this holiday season is. No one wants to commit and no one has money. Excuse after excuse after excuse, and we're gonna make sure that we have a plan instead to, yes, understand that this time of year is difficult and it takes creativity, but at the same time we can use this time of year to our advantage. So we'll talk about that a little bit today. And I just want to open it up to anybody who has any suggestions for the month ahead, as I kind of I'm going to walk you through step by step how I plan out my month, what I'm thinking for December. So what I'll do for you is, and you guys can jump in at any point. If some other people hop on too, you guys feel free to interject at any point of time. And I'm just gonna go ahead and share my screen with you to show you what I do when I start my new month. So we really need to plan ahead so that we aren't just going into this trying to throw darts at a board, okay? So we want to make sure that we have a really good plan ahead. So let me share my screen with you. And what I do is I just Google, I start out on Google. I Google 2016 December calendar, and I found one. I saved it to my computer, and then I'm just going to go to PicMonkey, and I work right through PicMonkey. So you can drag things, you can, erase stuff as you go. So I'm just going to edit that image that I saved to my computer of the December calendar. And hopefully I can find it. Sometimes they get lost. Where are you? Okay, here we go. December calendar. So here I have a calendar of December of 2016. I'm just going to zoom it in a little bit. So I have a blank slate here, which is always fun, right? So if you look, first of all, I just think about things going on in general in this month. So I think about, okay, well, what's going on? Well, we have Christmas Day. That's where I start. So I just add text and I write Christmas Day. Okay. And I squeeze that in on Christmas Day. Okay, that's important because people are going to be doing Christmas things, right? So you need to keep that in mind. You're going to post about your families, right? We're going to post about things like that, just to, be real. All right, so Christmas Day. And then, of course, you have Christmas Eve. Okay. Sorry, this is like boring, but okay. So you're thinking about, okay, well, what can I post about on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day? Really, you should just be talking about your family and your activities and all that stuff. Okay, so now we have the big holidays on there. We have things going on. You need to think about your plan. So I know, like, looking at the end here of November, I'm going to start putting in, things, groups that I have going on. So I'm going to think about my groups. So I know I'm going to have my 30-day, really, it's my holiday survival group is going to kick off this day on Monday. That is November 28th. So the Monday after Thanksgiving, I'm kicking off that holiday group. In that holiday group, I'm going to be, so here's the deal. Um, let's talk about like Black Friday. Let's talk about Thanksgiving this week, just a little bit. So this week for Thanksgiving, what are people going to do? They're going to overeat, and they're going to feel, we've all been there where we overeat on Thanksgiving dinner, and we are literally like, just you feel gross, right? You just wake up and you're like, oh my gosh, I need a restart. I need to like get back on track. I need to help my fitness. So on Black Friday, as a coach, you need to use Black Friday to your advantage. So you need to remember that people are out for a sale on Black Friday. They're out for, a good deal. And it is okay to be a little bit salesy, just a little bit on Black Friday. Not throw out a picture of a challenge pack, not like that. You can still put your face on it. You can still, I'll show you what I did from Black Friday last year. Hey, Jerry.
Sorry, I tried like for the last 9 minutes to log on and kept telling me it was invalid, and finally I typed it in again. I'm like, oh, there it is. Okay.
Oh, I hope that other people aren't having a hard time. That's really weird. Here, I went on my timeline. I was like thinking of my strategy for the week last night, and I was like, what am I going to do this week? So I was just looking back on my old timeline, which is really cool. Do you guys know how to do that? Look back on your timeline from like last year's post. Yeah, so you can do that. And I did this last Black Friday. So we were just talking about how Black Friday is a great day to be. I mean, people are out for a sale. People want a deal on Black Friday. So this is like the one and only time where it's okay to be a tad bit salesy. But you can see I was salesy in a way that like, okay, my face is still involved. It's not just a picture of a box of my challenge pack or the 3-day refresh. It still has me involved. So that's just something to keep in mind. And I just kept it really short and sweet too. People are out and busy, and they are out shopping. They don't want to read this big long post about everything about your group. They just want to know about the sale. So short and sweet and to the point. Hey, I live for a Black Friday sale. Guys, I talk about shopping all the time. People know I do live, in fact, for a sale. And that's true. So that's very me. And that Monday kicks off my 30-day challenge group. You can talk about how Monday's starting your group. And I have 3 spots left this year. What I'm going to do is use the 3-day refresh sale to my advantage, though. So I'm planning to, instead of a Fixate cookbook, I'm going to do the 3-day refresh. And with your coach discount, I think, anybody know on the top of their head, you can get it for like $40, I think, a 3-day refresh. Right, Jerry? Are you shaking your head? Is it something like that?
I think it is, but I did see where I was reading and it said that does not include like the challenge pack. Obviously, is not going to be.
No. It's just the flat out
3-day refresh.
But yeah. I'm thinking like, okay, if somebody wins a free 3-day refresh, like I guess they'd have to commit to the group, and they would win a free through a challenge pack, and then you could offer them that free 3-day refresh. So that might get somebody to do the refresh that maybe wasn't able to afford the whole Kickstart pack, or some challenge packs like Quarter Force, there is no Kickstart, so they would have to purchase that refresh like in addition. So really only like, I know Country Heat has a Kickstart and 21 Day Fixes do. But Hammer and Chisel, I don't think has a Kickstart. I know Quarter Force does not. So not all the challenge packs offer that Kickstart option. So even, there are going to be programs there where they don't, and a lot of people maybe don't even know about the Kickstart. But if you can get, I'm not trying to say like, don't encourage the Kickstart, because that's actually what I'm going to talk to you about next, is how I am going to encourage that this next week in my invites for this group. So anybody else have ideas? What are you, Jerry, are you going to do a sale? Are you thinking?
Yeah, I just haven't decided. I know that I want to do something with the 3-day refresh. I just don't know how I want to word it just yet. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want everybody's news feeds to be like blowing up the same day with like 10 people that are like,
well, yeah,
refresh, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a hard thing too for you, Jerry, I think, because so many of the people, on our team are in your same
Yeah.
market. You guys are all pulling from a lot of the same people. So
Yeah. So I want to strategize it just a little bit.
yeah, and you could still do like Fixate, or you could do like a gift card or something like that. Like it doesn't, you could still be using the restart or the kick, what am I saying? The refresh in another way. So I am planning, I don't know about if you guys have thought of this, but I am planning to then for this holiday survival, like preseason is going to be really refresh focused. And I'll do like the normal kind of preseason stuff too. But I think at the end of preseason, like over the weekend, I'm going to do the 3-day refresh. So, well, I don't know if I'm going to, because I don't know. I don't think I can on Court of Force. There's no way that my body can handle it. But, I'm going to walk my challengers through that whole refresh process. And I'll just share from posts that I've done about it in the past. I mean, I've done it 3 times, so I have old posts about it. And I have, I've done it before. So once you've done it, you can really add some value for them. I also do have a curriculum from the past that was a 7-day, 3-day refresh only group. So we could maybe pull resources from that to add to your preseason. So that's my plan. And so this next week then, what I'm planning to do is invite to this 28th group and say, like, I don't know about you, but I'm planning to go all out on Thanksgiving, enjoy my turkey and my stuffing and, like everybody else. So I know, going into December, I'm going to need to refresh, and I'm going to need, a kickstart to feeling better for Christmas time, for all those holiday parties that I have, for that little black dress I want to wear on New Year's Eve. I want to feel really good. So I'm going to commit. And you realize, guys, I counted today, if they start, technically, if they would start the challenge on their challenge group, like the official day 1 of their program on the 4th / the 5th, if they start on the 4th, 21 days is the 25th is Christmas Day. So it's literally perfect to market 21-day fix. You could say, hey, there's this Kickstart challenge pack where you can do the 3-day refresh. You can get it at a great price to get you kickstarted into to start on December 5th. And there's 21 days, and in 21 days you're gonna be on your last day of the 21 fix on Christmas Day, and you're gonna, you can get these X, Y, and Z results in 21 days. And you talk about how you can literally transform. And we know that, guys. Share stories of your challengers that have, dropped 5 pounds in 21 days, or have lost this X, Y, and Z inches in 21 days. Like, make them realize that you can do it in 21 days. Absolutely. You can turn things around. And of course, you can ensure them that, that doesn't mean they're not going to be able to enjoy the holiday season. It's about developing this healthy lifestyle balance, and it's literally survival mode. But you can live in that balanced lifestyle and see results. So you want people just to realize that. And that just takes a lot of behind the scenes conversation with people, I think, especially at this time of year, making them realize that, yes, it is the holidays and it is hard to commit to stuff, but you can commit to this and you can change in 21 days. So I think it's important to take advantage of people's feelings post Turkey Day. And I mean, not take advantage of them, but relate to them. You know how you feel when you wake up on the morning of the 25th after you ate all of that sodium and all of that turkey, and like you're like tired and you don't, like, holy cow. Or even after, even after they went Black Friday shopping and they're tired and they're not only full, but they're exhausted, like, relate to that and use it to your advantage, just to have a meaningful and good connection with somebody about, how they're feeling. So, does anyone have any, before I kind of move back into, so we kind of shifted to just talking about this week and holiday survival. Use this week to your advantage too, about just with your posting. Talk about, healthy alternatives to Thanksgiving and things like that. and travel. If you're traveling, give travel tips. Those things that make our you can take the things that make running your business difficult, like being on the road and being busy and traveling, to your advantage. Like when you're busy, talk about how your saving grace is Shakeology. And sometimes at this time of year, you drink it twice a day because you still need your nutrition. And, like, you can take, when you're traveling, like on Tuesday when I'm on the road, I'm going to find some creative way to talk about the holiday season and how, I'm going to be back and forth on the road all the time for the holidays. But like, give people tips for when they're traveling. Give them tips when they're at a gas station and they all of a sudden don't have anything to eat and they're starving, like what they could grab at a gas station. Like, like things like that are real and that people want to see. People really do appreciate those tips. And, I don't know a lot of people. I mean, a lot of people are going to be in that position where they're traveling or just really busy or out holiday shopping, and talk about how, you take your you have it in the car with you and to avoid the drive-throughs and like just use those things to your advantage. The things that are hard can also be for this time of year can also be used to your advantage. Okay, so any thoughts on just this week, the week following, getting your challenge group launched off for Monday the 28th? Anybody have any other cool ideas they have up their sleeve or things they want to
I have a question.
Yeah.
When you, for the Thanksgiving free group, you said you were going to introduce the 3-day refresh and your holiday survival, you're going to put a twist into it. When you mean like that, do you mean that everybody that joins gets one, or that you're going to do like a drawing? Or
No. So yeah, in my current free group that I have kicking off tomorrow, there's a daily workout challenge. I have a photo of what the workout is alongside of I'm creating videos, and I put them on my YouTube channel too, which, by the way, any video you make, put it on a YouTube channel. I've had like all these new YouTube followers lately. And also I had someone message me from my like page and was like, hey, I found you on YouTube. I loved your video on this. So, when you go live or something, share this is totally off topic, but save your video and just throw it up on YouTube. It takes like 5 minutes, and people, I don't know how they find me, but they found me and they find me, and then they come to my Facebook and find me. So it was worth it, that 5 minutes. So just, even if you go in live and give tips to your challengers on like meal planning and it's not directed, if it's like appropriate to put on a YouTube channel, save it and put it on your YouTube channel. So kind of share with other people. So anyway, side note. So Brittany, I have the daily workout challenge, and tomorrow I'm going to just go in there live and explain how it will work. And anybody who posts their sweaty selfie underneath the daily challenge, like in the comments, anybody that posts that they did the workout is going to be every single day of the challenge. So it's only 5 days. So if they do it for all 5 days and they show that they did the workout or comment about it with their sweaty selfie, they're going to be put into a drawing. And on Friday, just for that group, like I have 2 refreshes to give away. So I'll have one for my social media posts, and then for people that join my challenge group. And then I'm going to have one for this inside this free group of people. So anybody that, shows up every single day, they obviously are showing me some commitment. They're showing me that, we have a good relationship, that they want to work with me. I'm going to put their name in a drawing and auction off of just the 3-day refresh to anybody who's participated every day. And then what I'll do is that person that wins, I'll personally message them and invite them to the challenge group. And I'll just explain to them that we're going to do the 3-day refresh at the end of next weekend, and it'll be right in perfect time for me to, that I'm going to ship it out to them right away, and they'll get it in perfect time to do the refresh, starting Friday the 2nd with my challenge group. And then from there, like, you're giving them a free day refresh. So hopefully they'll be interested then in starting a program, because they're going to be put into this challenge group where everybody else is doing a program. Do you know what I mean? Like, so in the end, they are probably going to turn into a challenge pack, or a challenger. So yes, I'm putting a little bit of money up front. It's a little bit of an investment, but in return, most likely it's going to be someone that when you give them something for free just for participating, they are going to do a challenge pack. Or it could even be like, I have people in that group that are my past challengers that have just joined my events in the past. And once I have my event pages, I don't delete my groups. So I delete all the content in it, but the same people from my first free group are still in there. Like I have like almost 70 people now in my free group, closed Facebook group. So, there's people in there that might participate that are already my customers. But at the same time, a lot of those people in there that are my customers are inactive right now. They don't have their Shakeology, or they haven't participated in one of my challenge groups for a long time. So even if they get their HD back, I mean, that's going to be worth it, right? I mean, you're going to plug them into a challenge group and get them back involved. And in my eyes, I think it's worth it. So we'll see. But I think too, just having that, free giveaway too is going to you really want your free groups to be as engaged as possible. So, you have to have something on the line, like something to give back for sure. So, Friday morning then, Brittany, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and, announce the winner of the 3-day refresh. And then I'll probably in some way, like either Friday, like when I announce the winner, I'll talk about like, hey, like even if you're not the winner and this is something that you're interested in getting, if you're feeling that post turkey day, like full regret, oh my gosh, I ate so much, and you want to join in this too, like message me or, reach out to me. And I'd love to share more about this 3-day refresh. And then I think probably Saturday or Sunday, I'll probably just open up and say, hey, thank you so much for participating in this group. Like, I love you all, da, 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 da. I do have a group kicking off tomorrow, and I would love to, any of you are more than welcome. Here's a link to join the group. And I might just like post like a link for them to request. If you have a closed group, you can, there's that like request button where they'd have to request to join it. That's like all in your settings when you create a group. I might, for the challenge group, I might just give them a direct link. And when they request to join the group, then I'll message them and be like, hi, I'm so happy that you're interested in joining the group. And depending on who the kind of person is, if it's somebody has a program and is working through it and is a past challenger, then you can just add into the group. If it's someone new, then you can start your forming with them and talk about a program that's right for them and get them started before you let them into the group. So.
Liesl.
Yeah.
I feel like I was yelling.
No, you're good.
So for your free groups, you actually just keep them and then you'll just change the content in it. Mm-hmm. I can't believe I never even thought of that. That's a flipping great idea.
Straight from a Dream Team call. I'll be happy to post a link to it. That's something that Katie Ersta, she talked about over the summer, and then Melanie actually, one of the calls had like 4 different coaches and how they ran their free groups, and it's really good. So I can post that on the team page today. That would be helpful.
Yeah, that's awesome, because then like you said, you have all those people that were in there and you're not trying to search them out and find them. They're already there. That's a great idea.
Exactly. So they're already there, and I will post random things in there sometimes, like in those weeks between in the months. And I even at the end of a group, like I'll post a poll in there and be like, so, hey, what do you want to see next month? And I give them some options. Like after I did my first one, I'm like, so for October, do you want to see like, I don't like skinny jeans challenge, Croctober, like a crock pot group. And then I did the crock pot group because that's what most people wanted to see next month. And it kept them that's, and then that showed like I'm giving them what they want. I'm not just saying, okay, well, I want to do skinny jeans, but only 2 people want to. You know what I mean? Like I'm giving them back what they want. So.
That's a great idea. I love that. I think that'll be helpful for a lot of our new coaches too that are a little bit timid about doing a new group. You know what I mean? Yeah. A free group.
Yep. It's been really, it's growing slowly but surely. I only have like 67 members in there. I've done 3 free groups. So each time I get maybe like 20 or 30 more people. So, I mean, I think that's worth it. And I have, did you see, like, I posted my script to my one for this month too? Yeah, so maybe I can create a doc too of just all the free groups that I've run so far, so you guys can see how they work, and you can check it out. But the thing with free group though too, I really highly encourage that it's something that you do 100% on your own, because when you start running with 2 coaches, then it's confusing. Like, okay, well, who are we? A free group, I approach it in a sense that it's basically an invite, like, for 5 days, because you are showing them what you have to offer as a coach. You're showing them that, like, you're giving. And in return, maybe I haven't gotten like a ton of challenge pack sales out of it, but at the same time, like, when the new year comes around, like, people might think of me, because they've been in a group of mine before.
Or you're building that trust too.
Building trust and on it. And, I talk to a lot of like college students, like, that's my market, is a lot of college kids, or the young professionals. And sometimes everybody's in this position, but just truly don't have the money right now. Like, they really, really want this, but they just truly can't right now, or they're just like really, really busy with finals at school, and like, it's just really not a good time for them. But if you can then message them or just invite them on your event page to a free group, then you can kind of, get them in there. So yeah, that I really love free groups. And the thing with free groups though, is you have to be 110% committed to that group for that 5 days. Like, you have to make sure that you comment on every single person's post, and you need to comment on, like, you need to pour out everything into that, because you need to show them, like, in a challenge group, that's what you're going to do. You're going to come in and you're going to encourage them, and you're going to give them tips, and you're going to show up every single day. So it takes some time, but it's an amazing, and it's just a different spin to the plain old invite.
I think it's a great idea too, that if you keep that group open, maybe this isn't a great idea, maybe it's just me, but putting a plug in there for when you do have your challenge groups kicking off that way, because you're not necessarily following up with every single one of those people that might be a part of your free group. So they might not really know, they might not see.
No, honestly, and there's people in there that I'm not even Facebook friends with.
Really?
Yeah, there are people that, so in my event, I have encouraged people to invite 10 friends to the group. Now, that doesn't usually come through, but, there's people in there that, well, I'll take that back. When they request to join the group, if I'm not their friend, I add them on as a friend on Facebook. Yeah. But if they don't, the only way I message people from that free group is if they participated. Like, if they were really, like, if they were somebody where I thought a private message was deserving, if that makes sense. So, like, if they were somebody who showed up and were, like, posting every day and their little sweaty selfies, like, next week, if somebody I don't know is in there, like, posting like crazy, I'm gonna message them and be like, hey girl, like, just encouraging, like, an encouraging message. But if somebody's in there that I don't even know, that really, like, was really super quiet, I'm not gonna, they're gonna see my stuff just from being in that group. I don't need to, like, bombard them, you know what I mean? But if I see they stick around, and then I might message them. It's not a situation where I have 67 members in there, and I've invited every single one of them personally to a challenge group. It's not like that at all. Yes, at the end I will post, like, hey, like, I might be, I started in this group, or da-da-da, but that's not the purpose of a free group. It's not to just get them in there and then advertise your challenge group every day. Like, that's not really effective. And you just want to give value, recipes, workouts, what you have to offer. So tips, whatever the theme of the group is. So I hope that makes sense. But I'll post that dream team call. It's amazing. I can't summarize it all in one. Well, I could, but that would take all morning, and we have more work to do here. So
No, thank you. I appreciate it.
About free groups or the week ahead. All right. One thing I did want to talk to you about, I don't know if you've seen this. I'm sure you have on the Beachbody blog. This is amazing. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't want to get rid of my pig monkey. The ultimate, this is amazing. This is where I'm going to pull my recipes for my free group, posts for my Facebook page, my locker room groups, my challenge groups, the ultimate healthy Thanksgiving guide. And there are, I'm sure you've seen this. There are all these recipes for all those favorite things that, I'm saying I'm going to offer in this free group. So praise the Lord, Beachbody, all the recipes are right there. I'm going to pull the pictures and the recipes, copy paste them into PicMonkey, put my team logo on it, and bam, it's going to look all the same every day, consistent for my free group. Especially menus if you have anybody in there, and then even these are fun. I posted these in the event page this week, which one did I post? It was one of these with the videos about how to roast your turkey. And then things like this too. The best way to fill your plate. It gives some tips about, how to fill your plate a healthier way. I love this video of Autumn's Thanksgiving tips. This is really good for your challenge groups especially because they're familiar with Autumn. A lot of them, if they're working through 21 Day Fix, love this one. She talks about how to think about your containers and things like that, but still enjoying Thanksgiving dinner. I actually posted this picture of Tony with the recipe in my in my free group for this month. I was like, hey, yay, we're getting started tomorrow. Who's excited? Here's just a little bonus from my friend Tony, because it's just goofy and funny, the picture. And I just in the comments, I put the recipe. I just copy pasted it right from here and put it in the comments. Nothing fancy, but got them excited. Get through without gaining. That's what people want to read about. So, posting these articles to the Beachbody blog is awesome. People love it. And it's credible. It's from Beachbody, right? So it's a little jab, back to Beachbody without being hey, Beachbody. But if you post that blog post, they're going to see this is the Beachbody blog. So just some really good, fun things to do. And talk to your challengers about the Fixate cooking show that they can get on BOD. That's just another perk of their BOD. And there's a lot of really fun Thanksgiving episodes in there to check out. So make sure you maybe add that into your challenge groups this week, or, your locker room groups. I think that's a great thing to share. So any questions on that? I just want to make sure I showed that resource too. I'm sure you've seen it. So, okay. So let's get back to December. So, holiday survival is going to start that first week. And then you have to think strategically. Okay. And I'd love to hear your ideas kind of about what you are thinking you want to do for December, but you can't hide from the fact that people just really aren't going to want to commit right now. That's just kind of the nature of the beast as we look at December. They have a lot of other things in their minds. So, you have this awesome golden chance, right? After Thanksgiving, and you're going to kick off your group, and that's where you're going to have your challengers. After that, things go radio silent. Honestly, this whole week of Christmas is probably going to be radio silent. Honestly, in your challenge groups, they're going to be kind of quiet. You're going to be busy. Okay. I mean, that's just things are going to get quiet. And when things get quiet, that's when I'm going to really start thinking about after Christmas. And we'll talk about that in a minute. I'm going to use that time that we might have some silence and quiet to kind of behind the scenes make up my plan for, after Christmas, because that's when the magic's going to really happen. But you have these 2 weeks, right? So the week of the 5th and the week of the 12th to, do something with it. And I've been going back and forth, okay, well, what am I going to do? What am I going to, I'm not starting another challenge. I'm not going to be starting another challenge group. My holiday survival is it for the end of the year. That's my last challenge group. That's it. So my plan is to I don't know if anybody's seen or heard about this, but I'm going to do the 12 days of Shakeology shake off. And you can do it with 7 days. You can do it with 12. I'm going to show you this. I put this together for you guys last night. And I'll share this to the team page today. No, I'm just sharing my ideas, and I want to hear yours too, because, what works for my market might not work for yours. What works for you isn't going to work for me. So this is my plan, and I'm sharing it with you so that you can go then this weekend and make your plan. So here's how the 12 days of Shakeology works. So I would start it on December 12th. So 12 days, the 12th then to the 24th would be the 23rd would be the 12 days. Now this example here is 7 days. So you can also do it 7 days. You could do it, like the week of, I probably wouldn't encourage you to do it the week of the 18th, like leading right up to Christmas for your 7 days. I would still do it on the 12th. Because like I said, it's going to be quiet. People, even for this kind of thing, people aren't going to want to commit to it the week of Christmas. So you want to focus in, I'd say laser focus in on the week of the 12th, so that the week of the 5th, you have time to advertise and talk about what you're going to do, whatever it may be on the 12th. So this is an example from Megan Blinka. She's one of the coaches on the Dream Team. And she did this last year. It was a 7-day shake off though. She just did the 7 days, which is totally cool too. It's a little bit more maybe logical or maybe more economical in your head. So that's a good thing. So what you do, you as the coach purchase a box of Shakeology. It comes with the 24 packet one. So it comes with 24 packs, and you can split up your packets for each little package, and I'll show you what they look like in a second. But this is what the challengers would do. They would purchase 7 packets for $35, and they're purchasing that right from you. Okay, so you can either set it up on PayPal. I would not encourage that you let them send you a check. Like, I would get cold hard cash if it's somebody that you are near in your area, or do PayPal, or I don't know if you've heard of the app Venmo, but that's a really great way to share money too with people. And I can post a link to those apps for you. But do it in a safe way. Don't get screwed over by like a bounce check or somebody saying that they're going to send you a check. And I would not, they get nothing until you have their money. Okay. So just protect yourself there. Anyway, they're going to purchase their Shakeology package straight from you. Then it's a really cool idea. On the website, Beachbody website, you can get, those like the shaker cups that come in your challenge group packs. You can get those for, I think you get 6 of them for like $10, something like that. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it's $10. You can get the shaker cups, 6 of them for $10. So I'm going to order a box of the 6 of those shaker cups. And what you do is the bonus shaker cup and the Shakeology packets, you are going to give them a recipe for every day that I'll show you in a second. You're going to send them directly to them. Okay. And then you're going to have this 12-day or 7-day group going on. And then it says here, I really love this addition. So, this is her post. This is her advertisement or something like that. Last year, it said optional. You can enroll for a 30-day free trial of On Demand, which I think is a really cool idea. Enjoy pressing play to a variety of workouts like the 21-day fix and PiYo, even the new hammer and chisel. So this was last year, remember? So hammer and chisel was new. So you give them that option like, hey, you can also get this free trial if you want to get into some workouts. And then it also says you can kick off or end with a 3-day Shakeology cleanse. So there you go. There's another pitch at that 3-day refresh. And I have a feeling too that the 3-day refresh challenge pack, it's usually, guys, on promo in January. I can pretty much guarantee that there will be some sort of promo with a refresh in January. So and remember last year, they released those January promos early. I don't know if you remember that, but the last week of December, they launched those promos for the next month early for the coaching network to be at our advantage, and for these people who wanted to start the new year off right. There was a ton of challenge packs offers last year, so I would foresee that will be the case again. So that's the requirements for the challenger, for the person who's interested. So they have to purchase the packets from you. You send them to them with all the little recipes. You join your little group on Facebook that runs for 12 days, and you give them that option, that 30-day trial of on demand. And then at the end, they also have that option of kicking off kick off or end with a 3-day Shakeology cleanse. This is just an example of the all call that Megan put together. Just talking about, how it will work. It's just an all call. And I had her picture. Oh, here, it's loading. Her picture was here. There we go. She included her daughter, which I thought was absolutely adorable. And look how cute. This can get fun and really cutesy. So look how cute this is. She put all 7 packets. She jammed them into the shaker cup. She put a cute little bow on the top. I was at TJ Maxx last night, and they have the cutest, big, fluffy, awesome bows and Christmas tags. And I, of course, bought them, praying that this Shakeology Shake-Off thing will work and I can use them for that. And so you just make it fun and cute. And how cool. If you got that in the mail as a challenger, you would be excited. I'm sorry, but that's cute. And that would be a really cool way. And hopefully you've saved your old Shakeology green boxes from all your shipments every month, that you put it in a legitimate Shakeology box and send it to this person. So really cool. And then all of Megan's, and I also, the link up here on this Drive page has 14 actually tags. So you'll have to probably throw this image into PicMonkey and play with it a little bit, and that you can tell it's totally what Megan did. She took Melanie's original 14-day one, and she just PicMonkeyed it and put 7 in front of these recipes, because they're the exact same. I was comparing the two. So they're exact same, and they give recipes for every day, and you could glue them right to the front, or just tape them to the front, real nice and neat, to each packet of Shakeology. So you can see, I think it includes the chocolate. I only see chocolate. Is that all I'm seeing? Chocolate covered strawberries. Because you'd have to know which packets to. I only see chocolate, huh? Is that all you see? I guess so. Just chocolate Shakeology. The other ones might have non-chocolate. I don't know. I'll have to look into that so I know which box of Shakeology to buy. But so again, a little bit of an investment up front. I would not buy that box until you have somebody committed, though, to this. And honestly, right now I have a lot of packets in my closet, and I could, make a couple of these, I think, without even having to buy another box right now. You have to, if I do the 12 days, I'm probably charging $50 to $60. I have to decide on what's, reasonable. You want to get your money back. You don't want to, you have to pay for it front, but you want to make sure that you get paid back a valuable amount to make it worth your time too. But Megan did it, I think, for, the 7 she did for $35. So that's $5 a packet. She charged $5 a packet, which is what it pretty much breaks down to. So are there any questions on the Shake Off, about how that works? Thoughts on it? It took me a while to understand it. I kept seeing posts about it in the Dream Team and stuff, but so the idea behind it is, okay, so for whatever, people don't want to commit at this time, but they will commit maybe to a 12-day or a 7-day group, and they would think about it, the chances of somebody saying, yeah, I'll pay you $35 for that, versus, or even $50 for 12 of them, the chances of them doing that, it versus like, oh, hey, $140 and you're going to be in this 30-day group, and that's not going to turn people on at this time. But if you, again, almost like that free group mentality, if you treat this, it's the only thing you're going to have going on, right? You don't have a challenge group starting up on this day or whatever. You can use that free group mentality to pour everything you have and give every ounce of value that you have to these people in this group. And it can be fun too. Like, you can do little holiday things and, extra little giveaways in there even, just to, have something fun and put value into Shakeology. Just talk about how it's valuable. So, what are your thoughts on it? Or what are your ideas too? I want to hear your ideas too about, what you wanted to do in December.
I know that Ashley Smith and I are going to do a 30-day group for the club membership, a 30-day free.
I love that.
With the club membership. And then Jillian and I were talking about doing the 12 days of Shake-Yo together. And we had actually talked about that like in October, about planning for that. So once all this stuff started coming up, I'm like, yes.
I know. Yeah, everything's like there for you, honestly. And I think it's fun to like, I don't know. Like, my love language is gift giving. So like putting all those little like packages together just like sounds so fun to me, and it's cutesy and fun, and it's a cute social media post. I mean, you can put them together and do like Megan did and post them like that. I think it's just really, really cute and fun. It's just a matter of, making sure you cover your bases. You don't want to go by, you don't want to count your chickens before they hatch, or whatever that saying is. You don't want to do that and buy 4 boxes of Shakeology thinking you're going to have like 10 people come and do this group with you. You need to be making sure you're talking about it. As soon as your holiday survival group gets kicked off and you're done inviting to that, then you just start talking about this 12 days of Shakeology behind the scenes and your invites. Like, that's what you're going to invite to for December. And so then hopefully like people are going to fall in love with their Shakeology. And I mean, if the sole focus is Shakeology, like, there's no way people aren't going to fall in love with it. I'm sorry. Like, it's awesome. Like, it really is. And if that's the only thing to focus on, then they're gonna like start to love it. And you know what? When January comes around and they want to commit then to their, health and fitness, they're gonna think of you. You've planted this seed. You've given them value. And come the morning of December 26th, when they wake up in the morning and see your post about your New Year's group, they're going to come along. You've added some serious value, and they're going to commit to that challenge group and the challenge pack. And you're not going to have to talk about Shakeology. You're not going to have to overcome objections to it, because they're already going to know its value. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to already do so much work up front that to end the year, then when December 26th comes around and they are ready to commit, they're going to help you finish your month really strong. So that being said too, I just want to kind of keep going here. I then on December 26th, starting that day, I'm promoting like crazy. Promote New Year's, New Year group, New You. That's what I did last year. New Year, New You. Worked really great. So I'll be promoting New Year, New You group. And that will be my focus for that whole week until New Year's. So, and really that whole, it ties right, like New Year ties right into New Year's ideas. So up here then I'll just write promote Shake Girl group all that week. So I'll be talking on my social media about Shakeology more. I'll be, you know how to promote. You know what you're doing. You talk about Shakeology, you talk about its value, you incorporate into that holiday season kind of post. You know, how you're so thankful you have it for on the go, how you had 2 Shakeologies today because you've been so busy and you know you didn't want to go and eat a drink a peppermint milk at Starbucks, so you went home and made one of your own. Like, it's easy. Like, as hard as it is during this time of year, your post ideas should be a piece of cake, in my opinion, because like and at least they are for me, because when you're busy and you have stuff to talk about, right? Like, you're not just like going through like, oh yeah, maybe it's another week in November here, I'm not doing anything exciting. Well, in December, like, there's exciting stuff going on all the time, like your Christmas shopping, Black Friday, I don't know, Christmas parties, like like just the month hands it to you, and you just have to put that spin on it and post. So yeah, so okay, so Jerry, you're gonna start your 30-day group when do you guys, what's your plan?
The first week in December.
Okay.
And go all the way through Christmas.
Okay. And is it gonna be like clean eating focused, or what's your plan there?
Well, we're gonna do the commitment to the club. 30-day club, and then do the challenge du jour every day. And then, kind of just jabbing through all the way through about Shakeology and the value of a challenge pack. And you know how it works.
Yeah, I really like that you're going to utilize that challenge du jour, because I think it will help your challengers find a program that they might enjoy. You know, they do a really good job at mixing, you know, the programs in the challenge du jour, so that they'll if they are committed to it for the 30 days, they'll try like all the programs, I think.
And not only that, but then if they fall in love with something through the challenge du jour, like say Body Beast, because it's going to be on there, like that's what they really want, then they can follow through with that for the rest of the month if they want to. You know what I mean? And then when their 30-day trial's up, they might be like, oh God, I don't want to quit. So
exactly.
Give me all the challenge packs.
Exactly. It's really important then in December just to 100% pour into these people in your free groups, into your, 12-day, if you want to do the 12 days of Shakeology, the people that show up and do pay you the $50 to be a part of it, you need to pour everything into them, into everybody in your free groups, into everybody in your challenge groups. Because what happens, guys, last year I had an amazing holiday survival challenge group. Like, it was awesome. It was one of the best groups that I ran. I remember I ran it with Marissa, who is no longer, she's not coaching with us anymore, but Marissa and I ran the group. And I remember I had, when January rolled around, I had 6 people in my coach training, because they saw awesome results. And, they had a really great start to their coaching journey too, because what does everybody want to do in January? Everybody wants to get started in fitness and nutrition. So it is easy, not easy. I shouldn't say it was easy for them, but it's a lot easier in January to start as a new coach than it is right now in December, when nobody wants to commit. In January, it doesn't matter what you're doing. If you do it right, like if they start talking about their coaching journey, people are going to join on with them. So keep that in mind too, that January is an amazing time to get people started into coaching. So, when you're thinking about your challengers, make sure that you are pouring everything into them so that you can approach them with the coaching opportunity. Speaking of that, I plan to, I'm not sure if I'll have anybody. I'm going to say I'm going to, though. I'm going to open up my mindset. I am going to do a December coach training, and I'm going to ease those people's mind by saying, you know what, if you do this now and you go through your training, and you talk about how you're coaching for a whole month, what's going to happen for those new coaches on January 1st? They're going to be success, or even at the end of the month. I mean, you're setting them up for 3 weeks of coach training, and then after Christmas, they can talk about, their challenge group starting in January. That's that's a really golden time to have coaches starting too. If you can get them to commit to it and realize that they can do it, that it's simplified, it takes 20 minutes a day to check in and do your training posts and post on social media, and they can have a really good start to their coaching journey come the end of December when everybody's ready. The December is a great time for them to get started too. So is January. So I'm going to do coach training starting on Monday, the 28th. I'm also going to have coach training starting then on Monday, January 2nd. Okay. So don't forget about the coaching opportunity in all the midst of all of this too. Okay. So you have to, just like your challengers, you have to be a little creative about approaching the business opportunity with people, just in the sense that, you know, you have to help them realize, like, you know what? Yes, you are so crazy busy right now, but if you can give me 30 minutes a day, the month of December, just to come in and check in on a daily pin post and learn about coaching. And then, you know what, when December 26th comes, everybody's going to want to start a new fitness program and they're going to think of you, and just, you know, putting that spin on it. So just thinking. Any questions?
For the 12-day Shakeology, are you incorporating any workouts into that, or is it just mainly focused on Shakeology?
I'm going to focus 100% on Shakeology.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, of course, I'm going to offer them that free on-demand trial. So I might throw in a little bit of on-demand, but I'm mainly focusing on making them realize the value of Shakeology and talking about it daily. I might have a giveaway in there. In that group, I haven't decided what, something challenge group, challenge pack, oriented for people that post a picture with their Shakeology that they had that day, every day of the group or whatever, you know, just to up engagement. Once again, just kind of like my free group. Any other ideas for December? I'd love to hear. No? All right, well, my plan then is today or sometime this weekend, I'm going to wrap up on my calendar here. I'm going to add in team calls and all that other good stuff going on just Beachbody wise. And I will post my finished calendar to the team page sometime today, or like I said, sometime this weekend. And my call to action to each of you is to do the same. I want everybody to make their own. I want you to realize that you are running your own business here. You are in full control. You're a business owner. You know, you can't rely on your upline you can't 100%. I mean, we'll give you the ideas, of course, but you can't just do what I'm going to do. That works for me. That works for my market. You know, Jerry's not going to do you might be doing the 12-day Shakeology, but Jerry's doing something different. You know, what I do is not probably what Lindsay's going to do. You know, everybody has a different approach to their month. And you have to think about you. You have to think about who you're working with, who you've worked with in the past, and the people that you want to bring on when the new year rolls around. Because December's a really weird month. You might not get your challenge packs. You might not get your challengers or, you know, your Success Club points until the end of the month. But you need to make sure you've set yourself up that for come December 26th, you can get them and you're not cranking and like worried at the end of the month because you had to wait. I mean, we kind of have to wait this month, but at the same time, you have 3 weeks to make sure that when that time comes, people go to you. Because if you haven't put in the work, if you haven't put it out there up front, they're going to go to someone else. There's thousands of coaches in this network that are going to utilize December to do it right. So you got to be one of them. Or so the people that are out there are going to go to someone else. Because everybody, 95% of people out there are going to think about starting a new fitness or nutrition plan. I bet you. At least 50% of the world. I don't know how many, but a lot of people, and a lot of people that you talk to for the past few months are finally going to want to commit. So make sure they come back to you. All right. So my challenge, my call to action to you, get up your monthly marketing, your personal monthly marketing plan, get it up there by the end of the weekend or the beginning of next week for your December. You have to start planning ahead. You have to. You have a holiday weekend coming up. You're not going to do it next weekend. And then it's the 28th and you're 4 days away from December and you're not going to be ready. So do it this weekend. Do it this week before the holiday comes and post it to the team page. I love when we post it to the team page because it's really cool and you see other people's ideas and you get ideas of your own and we can give feedback to everybody. And you see how different people run their business and that's really, it's helpful. I mean, it's good just to see and learn and grow from each other. So that is my call to action to you. I want to see lots and lots of awesome monthly marketing calendars up on the team page tomorrow. Okay. I actually have to hop on another call, so I'm going to wrap this one up. But if you have any questions, I'll post all this. I talked about a lot of resources today, so I'll be sure to share them with y'all. Okay? Have a good Saturday, guys. Bye.